Imagine if I listened to all the haters over the years. Imagine that. You're too skinny, you're too old, your girlfriend's always half your age, you're only with those girls because they're super hot, blah, 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 you're not qualified, you tripped on a real job, blah, 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 blah. Imagine if I listened to all the haters over the years. You're not a pro cyclist, you've never won the Tour de France. Imagine if I listened to all the haters over the years. Right? I get a hate comment probably every, on social media, maybe every minute or two. Every single day. Right? So imagine if I had, and I get my inbox pumped full of praise and, questions, and people put me up on a pedestal or whatever, and I don't really put value on each. And I appreciate everything. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate everything. But when you live for people's approval by trying to be super perfect, because you're scared people find out you're not perfect, when you're living for their approval, then you will die by their rejection. So if you're like, I've got to get approval, and then you get some haters, the haters will knock out most people. They will knock out most people. If not knock them off social media, they'll knock them off inside. They can't handle it. So imagine if I listened to the haters. Imagine that. Where would I be today? Where the fuck would I be today? Wow. That's scary to think. Where are you today? What have you missed out on today because you listen to the haters? That could be your parents who don't hate you, but they don't understand social media, or they don't understand what your goals are. They want you to live their lifestyle because that's what they put value on. Well, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm an accountant, I'm a CEO, I'm this, I'm owning my business. You should do that too, daughter. You should do that too, son. I don't care if you don't have any passion for it. That's what I did because my parents got me into that. How many kids follow their parents' goals versus their own goals? Right? If you're living for your parents, you're going to fucking resent them. You're going to hate them because you'll get to my age or 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever, and you realize, I didn't live my life for me, what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a vegan chef or a YouTuber or a travel, or I wanted to be a hooker or a dancer or a stripper or a fake natty body. I wanted to be something else that my parents wanted me to do, but I didn't do that. I became an accountant, I became a lawyer or whatever because my parents wanted me to do that, because I wanted approval from my parents, because I didn't have approval from myself. So you got to ask yourself, what are you doing today and why are you doing it? I just got to make cash. I've got to make money, I've got to make money. I'll tell you what, making money won't make you happy. It'll let you buy shit, but it won't make you happy. The more money you make, the more stress you'll have. You'll buy a big, nice house, and it'll be full of nice furniture, nice painting. And then someone hits the cat pisses on the rug or whatever. You're like, oh my God, the cat pissed on the rug. Get that feline bag out of here. Like, the more money you have, the more stress you will have, 100%. Exception being if you live in Africa and you're starving and you have no food or water, then getting $5 will make you in a better place. Right? But it's just the reality there. More money is more stress. Look at this. All right, this is an example. More money, more stress. I like showing this water cash because it gets people's attention. This is Australian currency. So this is the reality out here, that people do anything for this sort of stuff, anything for money. People want to make money. A lot of people want to make money because they want to impress their parents. They want to have more money. They hate their parents. They want to have more money than their parents. If you hate your parents, the best thing you can do isn't doing drugs, isn't living a life that you don't like because you want to outdo your parents or whatever. Ask yourself. Everyone has different motivation for being successful in life. But if your motivations come from a place of like competition, you want to outdo your parents or maybe an old work colleague or your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend or your whatever, then you're never really going to enjoy life because it's a constant competition in a negative sense. You're going to have so much stress. You're going to be on caffeine and drugs, and every day you have to have them because you're just like under the grind, under the pump, because you're not really doing what you're passionate about, so you need something to keep you drived. And so that's going to, you won't have a very successful life in terms of happiness. And for me, happiness is success. Doesn't matter how much money you got, how many subs you got, if you got ticked by your name on social media or whatever, doesn't mean shit. Because I know so many people out there doing really, really well on social media who are depressed as heck. You see in their eyes they're doing drugs, they're doing prescription drugs, they're doing street drugs, or they're injecting their face, or they're not really happy in life. because they're judging themselves so much. They're trying to keep up and compare with everyone else. Their fashion. So why are you even wearing those things? Like, that doesn't look good on you. Wear something that suits your physique. There's girls out there wearing these high-waisted pants, and they're slim, and I'm like, what are you doing? You got no tummy to tuck in. Trisha Paytas doesn't wear high-waisted. She just lets it hang out. Trisha Paytas is crushing it on YouTube. Living a very, very light in her head. So that's the deal there. Imagine if Trisha Paytas... Who's Trisha Paytas? Just Google up Trisha Paytas. Imagine if Trisha Paytas lived to the haters. She loves it. She just loves razzing people up. She loves making people laugh. She just loves the attention. And she's probably loving the money as well. But wouldn't it be great if she changed your diet up? That would be fantastic. Yeah, Trish, we could get you going really well inside, internally, health-wise, and you go to the next level for sure. If Trisha Paytas can do this well, eating that much junk, imagine how well she could do. She's got that personality. It's just like alpha as fuck. Alpha as fuck, not giving a fuck, and bossing it. So if you listen to the haters in life, or if you listen to your parents, listen. If your goal is to be like your parents, their quality of relationship, their freedom, everything, then follow their template for sure. But if you look at your parents and go, wow, their relationship's so shallow, or they can't communicate, they can't talk, blah, 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 I don't want that, then don't follow their model, okay? Doesn't mean your parents are bad people or whatever, but it's just a model, It's like if you want a hat that's going to protect your ears from sunburn, don't wear this one. This one's good for, like, blocking out the light when you do a video or whatever. But if you want something to protect your ears, get one of those little floppy hats on your neck or whatever. Maybe it's your face you want to protect from the sun or the mosquitoes. So you have to ask yourself, just because parents say, hey, wear this hat, but you've got different goals, you want to protect your ears or whatever, or you don't want to wear a hat because it's too hot, it makes sense? Like, what hat are you wearing every day and why are you wearing it? Because society said you should wear it? Because your self-judgment said you should wear it? Is that judgment helping you go to where you need to be in life? Where are you now? Where do you want to be? What's it going to take to make the leap, to have the momentum to stay on path where you get to your goal? And why do you ever want to be here? Most people don't even ask those questions. They're like, well, I guess I should do this, I should do that. What do you want to do? And often we get in this real bad rut of overthinking shit. We're like, blah, 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 blah. I'll see it on YouTube a lot. People get a bit of followers, and then they try and do more and more perfect stuff, but they forget they got their base audience just doing real basic content, But as they get more subs and more money, and they start to get more and more polished, and they start to get more depressed as well. But it's like, you got your following because you're doing basic content. So stay with that, It's easy stuff to make. Don't listen to the haters. Imagine if I listened to the haters. Wow, far out. Imagine if, it's crazy out there. Let's use some real life examples. Let's use some of my girlfriends over the years. Imagine if Freely listened to the haters back in 2007. Like, why are you going to go to Adelaide and live with that guy? Like, which people said. And imagine that, She had all this debt, all these eating issues, etc. And living in Sydney, stressed out, no freedom, no fun, just, basic fun, fleeting fun. And if she listened to the haters, imagine that. Imagine, let's say Natasha. We can use a lot of people in my life. Let's say Natasha. If Natasha listened to the haters, imagine that. Oh, durianrider's dodgy, durianrider's dangerous, durianrider's a racist, he's a rapist, he's a rantist, he's like, he's creepy, he's your age, don't go to durianrider, like Adelaide, no, be in Sydney, be a model, imagine that, stay in university. Imagine if she listened to that advice. A lot of it was good intention, some of it was bad intention, they don't want to see her succeed, but imagine that, imagine if she listened to that. She'd be still working in the bar job, late nights, wasting her youth, wasting her potential, studying shit she didn't really find interesting. And now she's just like got ultimate freedom with 3 feral cats in a crack den in Adelaide. And loving it. And healthier and happier than ever before. Because she didn't listen to the haters. Or she didn't listen to the advice that didn't really going to take her where she wanted to be. Another example would be Tori. Tori, when I met her, she had a full-on eating disorder, on meds. doing the wrong thing in terms of like for health. And I was like, look, this is where you could be. This is where you are now. You could make a big jump. And you're going to have to ignore a lot of people. You're going to have to ignore your family or your friends or the system or whatever. You're going to get a bit of flack before it. She's working a job she hated. She's doing reception work, and she'd come home and she's like, she's been in a bad mood. I'm like, why are you doing that job, man? Why are you doing it? She's like, I need the money. I'm like, do you? Do you really? No, you don't. And so she quit the job. And within a day or two, her light was just coming back on. If you come home from work and you fucking hate your job, quit. Fuck it, man. Life's short. Just bail out. But make sure you're not undercarbed, and that's why you hate stuff. Right? Make sure you get carbs in, you sleep in, have a break from caffeine. Do what you love to do in life. So Tori, she quit a job. We got on YouTube. She was, paying away, making great gains, great progress, and then she's, then things happened, and she started listening to other people, and then she basically cancelled herself from social media, and then her career just went from going up to like poof, down. Can she restart it? Yeah, but there's, it's a lot of momentum lost. So if you listen to the people in life, listen to the haters, durianriders, you're better about durianrider, blah 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 blah, and some of it can be well intentioned, some of it could be like, I don't want to see you succeed, blah 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 blah. You got to be careful in life who you listen to. Right? And so I use real life examples. People say you shouldn't talk about your ex-girlfriends or like that. It's like, well, how can you help people if you don't share them real stories? And I don't give a fuck what the haters say. People can say, whatever. Because if you live for that, you're going to have a fucked up life. You're going to have a fucked up life. Simple as that. Now, it can be hard when you're in your 20s to know who to listen to. Because there's people out there who want to fuck you over. There's people out there who don't want to see you succeed. And maybe your parents. Your parents might be jealous of you. Because they're like, hang on, you mean you're making 10 grand a month or 2 grand a month, or you don't have to go to work in the office. You can just sit at home on your phone and make content and make pay for that? That's not right. No, you shouldn't be doing that. I got to go to the office. I had to do law degree. I had to do doctor's degree. I had to do all this faffing around, and pay off my HEX debt and pay off my student loans. You can't just come along here and make all this money and go live in Thailand. You can't do that. Yeah, you can. So your parents might be like that, and you're going to have to go, whoa, shit, it's going to cause a bit of conflict, but I'm not going to listen to advice. So people say, Harley, you often have girlfriends who are running away from their family or whatever. It's like, yeah, smart girls who don't want to be like their family, who maybe love their family but don't want to live that lifestyle. Right? So when you become, as a man, you become an island. Women are like boats, men are like islands, is that saying. If you're a man and you got your island going on, you're like Robinson Crusoe, and you got girls in boats who are cruising around, they're like, oh, that island, yeah, I could park myself there and give it a shot, might work, try it out, I'm curious anyway. They're always going to park on your island. And so guys are like, how can I meet girls like what you do, Harley? And I'm like, well, you got to be an island. If you're just a boat cruising around, then you might have a little bit of a bump up, meet up, but there's no stability there. And women love stability. They love surprise and certainty and variety and love and connection, community and significance and contribution. But stability is like, that's really, really important. That's like a DNA thing for women, stability. Not just financial, but just emotional stability is like the biggest thing. The biggest one, 100%. And then probably financial and safety, etc. We're digressing here, but as I do every single video. It's just the brain, just let it roll. Let it roll. That's how I can just talk non-stop for a long, long time. Just no conditions. Just talk whatever's coming to the brain. So if you listen to the haters, then wow, you're going to be really struggling in life. And as a coach, as a teacher, as I get older, I get better because I have more experiences. And I look back at 2016 or 2017 or even last year. That's how I communicate with some people. I was abrasive, or I was saying something that I had good intentions, but the way I said that, they just put up a massive wall to them, especially if they're a female or whatever. How you communicate with the women and men is totally different. And I'm learning that more and more, right? And the main reason that is because you've got estrogen versus testosterone. If you're dealing with a guy who's got low estrogen, then you've got to talk to him like he's a girl. And if you've got a girl who's got high testosterone, maybe she's taken it, then you've got to talk to her more like a man. And so you've got to calibrate you got to look at someone. Is this person got high estrogen or high testosterone? Because if you talk to them either way, then they're not going to hear you. You know? And so I'm learning that more and more and more. Made some big mistakes in my life, but there's no real mistakes really, is there? There's just lessons to learn. And the only mistake you can make is not learning from the lesson. Right? That's the real mistake. If you fall over, you trip over, the mistake would be to go through that section again without looking where you're walking, and then trip again. That's a mistake. Doing the same thing twice and getting the same result that you didn't want, that's a mistake. So mistakes are here just to teach us the lessons. The lessons. So that's the big one for me. We're listening to the haters out there. Man, that's crazy. The talent I see out there. I don't know, there's something in me that, I sort of not suffer, but I feel it a bit when I see people out there that could have gotten a better result, a better quality of life, and they were going a certain way, and then they don't. I'm just like, I don't know, something in me just gets a bit, not sad, but maybe a little bit of sad, but just a bit like, oh man, really? Like you could have done this, or you should do this, and I just, I don't know, I guess that's the coach. That's why I'm a good coach, because I give a fuck. If you don't give a fuck about things in life, then you'll never really be enjoying what you do. So I guess to care, you're going to feel people's successes, and you'll probably feel people's pain as well. Empathy, whatever you want to call it. Empath, that's the word they use. So I think that's what makes me a very, very good coach, is I love seeing people succeed. I love seeing people improve. Like when I have a spider in my house and I see it's like got caught and it's weak and frail, I'll give it a bit of water, maybe feed it a fly, so flies, and then the spider grows and starts to flourish and blossom. Let the spider outside and do its spider thing out there. I feel a bit of a win there, and it's crazy out there. People living for their parents' reality or their friends. I'm like, far out. And today, the opportunities you have on social media, fuck, it's insane. I didn't have these opportunities when I was 20. The opportunities back then was very, very limited. Now with social media, it's a game changer. I mean, there's people on social media that have made so much money they could probably buy this apartment block. I reckon they could. It's probably worth a few $100 million, maybe less. Isn't that crazy? There's people out there who've made video games or ebooks, and they could just walk up to an apartment block and say, I want to buy this. Not many lawyers could do that. Not many surgeons could do that. But YouTubers could, So it's crazy. And money gets people's attention. And we all need money to live. But that's the deal. If you want more information, go to durianrider.com. Check out my ebook, Carve the Fuck Up. It's a lifestyle book. If you want one-on-one coaching, go to durianrider.com. Join my coaching group on Facebook there. And it's a little paywall there, keeps all the trolls out, etc. So it can just be a focus group to, a Minecraft group, just where you can just really get each other's experiences and and share it. It's so important to have a group where you can be mentored from, just to get you that momentum going. It's so important. That's how I became successful, was I had great mentors that I was listening to carefully and just not really questioning too much. Maybe in my head I question a little bit, but just follow orders as well. If someone's getting the results you desire, it's best to follow their exact template they're using, if it's going to work. But again, when you're young and stuff, it can be hard to know who to follow, because you're like, well, I've got no experience, and then people bullshit you, people lie to you, people try and rip you off, people using steroids and lying about it, or they're using body tune and lying about it, and so it can be very misleading. So it can be very, very hard to navigate through the bullshit. That's why just follow me, or follow Gary V, the American guy, Gary V, V-E-E. He's got some good shit, and keeping it real. Anyway, listen to the haters to your demise. All right? Only listen to people if they're absolutely crushing it in where you want to be crushing it. If I was a cyclist, then I would want to have Lance Armstrong in my corner. I would want to have Lance Armstrong. If I was a business person, I would want to have a computer boss in my corner, Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or any of these people have had experience there. Doesn't make sense. Like, have people in your corner. If you want to be a soccer player, then don't listen to tennis players, because their experience is minimal. Be careful who you listen to in life, otherwise you can get off track big time and lose a lot of momentum.